Okay, so some people have asked me to show the studio. It's basic, it's very 90s, okay, but I find I'm better with limitation. If I've got a door and I've got something like Reaper or Ableton and I've got a whole millions and millions of sounds, I end up spending 2 hours going through the sounds, being inspired by them, but never actually getting anything done or finishing it. Oh, there's another sketch. Oh, that's a good song. That's a good song in itself, etc., etc. So the limitation, I've found that that's really useful for me. I've got ADHD, so I need limitations so I don't go off somewhere else. So I'm going to show you the studio as it is at the moment. It's not finished. It's not quite set up right at the moment, but I'll take questions and that will guide me into what I'm going to concentrate on for other videos. So I'll turn this around. Here we go. So we've got an Atari ST going through to a monitor with a couple of adapters which I can show. We're running Cubase. Going into that is that keyboard, which is actually it's a complete 49, but it's not connected to USB. It's just basically powered by a 15-volt supply. It's just quite nice. It's got a nice key deck on it, so that's why I use it. It's all going through. Sorry, hang on. Let's go ahead. Keyboard comes into here. There we go. And then out of there, it goes into a variety of things. We've got an Akai S3000XL sampler. We've got a Roland JV2080 and a Roland D110 as kind of rack synths, old school 90s Rompler things, which they're great. Alesis MIDI Verb for some effects. I've also got an Yamaha SPX 900 for effects. Compressor, multiband compressor is a TC Electronic CCC. I've got this really nice kind of like dual digital Ibanez delay, and on that delay there's a little bit of modulation as well, which is quite good. I've got an HD24 Alesis. So this was a bit of a pain to get to link up. At the moment, this is the master and it will stay as the master. I didn't want it to be the master. I wanted the computer to be the master, and when I press record, it trigger that. So I had to get my head around that a little bit, but actually I didn't trust it. I didn't trust pressing that would sync to this, but actually it's absolutely rock solid. And I've not had a problem with it. The only thing is it's down there. It was originally up here, but I needed a bit of space here, so I popped it down there and I picked up that, which is a little cheap HD24 remote, which works lush, and at the moment I trigger all my recording from there. That starts the Atari recording. It's all really, really lovely. And all of the MIDI is joined up with a little 6-way MIDI through box. Yeah, really, really good, really simple to use. Again, rock solid, really nice. And I quite like the fact that when you play, it shows you what's happening with the routing as well. Goes into here, goes through to into here, comes out of here, back into here, and then out of that it goes into tape. This is an 8-track, but at the moment I'm only using 2 for doing kind of like a mastering on it. And then from there I go back into here, I go out of here, possibly into that. I'm not sure yet, it depends how it sounds. But to be honest, before it gets to here, it sounds really nice on that. And then it just goes out of that straight into here, which is basically Behringer XR18 inputs which that will then become an MP3 or a WAV or whatever it would be to distribute online. So there we are. There's the studio, Atari, some bits and bobs. Oh yeah, that is a power supply which I've fixed for the new desk, which is going to be on there. It will take up the whole of that, which is a Tascam M2600 Mark II with 32 channels going in. So the 8 channels from that can go in it, the 4 channels from that, the 5 channels from that, etc, etc, etc. The 24 channels from there will go into the tape-ins, and it's flippable, so it'll all be really nice. That'd be 2-track return going into it. So yeah, so that's the plan. That's it. I hope that's kind of makes sense and has whet your appetite a little bit. Oh yeah. Original. We haven't gone for GoTech. It's on discs. Okay. I did get a GoTech for that though. So okay then. Hope that's enough for now. Leave some questions below. Hope you enjoyed that. Good night.